Ahoy there, this is Derek, the convicted cinephile. I'm going to do my quick Golden Globes winners reaction video here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at convicted_cinephile. So, if you watched my predictions video, you will see that I only got 2 wrong, one of which I was glad to get wrong, and one of which I am surprised and confused about, but we'll see where this goes when Oscar season continues. So, like I thought, let's start with the song category. It went to No Time to Die from No Time to Die. Not surprising. The song's been out for like 2 years apparently, because this movie's been delayed for so damn long. So it has the most time to be heard and liked, and everyone likes James Bond songs. And the last 2 James Bond songs won Oscars. I think there was some halfway decent competition here from King Richard and Encanto, but I thought it was weird. The song they picked from Encanto is like the least catchy song in the entire movie. And it's a lot like the song from Coco, Remember Me, that ended up winning that year. I told you, bagpipes, right? So Dune won Best Score for Hans Zimmer. He is finally going to get a second Oscar after, 27 years now of not having one, since the original Lion King movie, where he won Best Score for that. Dune has an amazing score. Power of the Dog was the only other nominee that I thought had a chance that I've seen. All right, let's move on to the foreign film. Was Drive My Car, like I presumed. This movie's winning literally everything it could possibly win in critics and other awards groups. It's even taking like Best Picture and Director and Screenplay awards from like American critics groups over all the American films in the race. So it's a serious contender, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it show up in one of the 10 Best Picture slots at the Oscars at the end of the day. But we'll see where that goes, I guess. And let's do Best Screenplay. This went to Belfast, like I predicted. I'm kind of surprised now why it went to Belfast. I think they just wanted to give Belfast and Kenneth Branagh something. So they decided to go with the Screenplay Award, and you'll see why. I thought it was also going to win Best Picture, and that's why it was going to win Screenplay to go along with it. But that was one I turned out to be wrong about. Very happily so, personally. And then we have the Supporting Actress Award winner, which was Ariana DeBose, like I predicted, from West Side Story. I think she's going to just sweep the whole year. I haven't even seen the movie. Sadly, nobody has seen it in theaters, it seems like. It made like $30 in theaters, and it's not streaming anywhere, which is too bad, because apparently everyone who likes it, everyone who sees it, loves it. And I like the original one a lot. I grew up with it, so I'm looking forward to seeing it, especially as a Steven Spielberg fan. Who doesn't want to see a new Spielberg movie? And it's his first musical ever after, like, what, damn near 50 years of making movies? That's awesome. Supporting actor. I was a little worried about who to pick here, because this is one that seemed like it was kind of going to go all over the place. But Cody Mcphee has been winning everything in the critic circles, pretty much. And that's who I selected to win this, just based on that. And I was right. I really liked his performance in the movie. It's about as subtle as you can get, and the movie itself is such a slow burn, and the same thing goes for his character and what he does throughout the movie. So I was very happy to see him win. You got the 2 Belfast boys, which might cancel each other out. The only real big threat, I think, is Troy Kotsur for Coda, who I haven't seen the performance, but everyone who has says he's the best thing about the movie. So we'll see where this goes. Cody Mcphee might be another sweeper, just like I think Ariana DeBose is going to be. We have musical or comedy actress went to Rachel Zegler for West Side Story as well, like I predicted. My logic was West Side Story is like a serious Best Picture contender, so I just felt right going with her. The only other thing that would have been interesting would have been like Alana Haim from Licorice Pizza, but that seems like the type of movie where the nominations seem like the win, and it might not win anything in the long run. Best case scenario, I think Paul Thomas Anderson would finally get his screenplay Oscar that he should have gotten over 20-odd years ago for either Boogie Nights or Magnolia, but, you know, who dwells on the past, right? And then we have what was probably the easiest award to predict, and potentially my favorite of the evening, was lead actor in a musical comedy, which was Andrew Garfield for Tick, Tick, Boom. His performance is probably my favorite out of everything I've seen so far. He's definitely going to get nominated at the Oscars now, especially after this. And I would personally vote for him to win, honestly. And he's also in the only movie that people have seen in theaters all year, so that can't hurt his chances, right? I won't say which one it is, because, spoilers. Oh yeah, we have musical or comedy picture went to what I assumed West Side Story. It was the biggest Best Picture threat as far as the Oscars go in the race, and it was the only one that was probably going to win more than one other award, which it won both actresses. Tick, Tick, Boom is awesome, but Andrew Garfield is really that whole movie for the most part. So him winning is all that film really needs, especially at the Globes. Drama actress was the only other one of the two besides Best Picture we'll get to that I got wrong because it went to like one of the least likely candidates. I don't know. Kind of. I honestly have only seen one of these 5 nominees so far, sadly, and that was Olivia Colman in The Lost Daughter, and she's great in that. The movie's pretty good. The critics have been mostly going towards Kristen Stewart playing Princess Diana. That's who I thought was going to win this to start off her Oscar streak, as it were. I didn't expect her to win everywhere, but this would have really helped her. But it ended up going to Nicole Kidman for being the Ricardos, which sort of makes sense. A lot of people say she's great in it. A lot of people say she isn't very good. So it's kind of surprising that she won. But the thing with the Golden Globes is there's only like 100 people voting on it. So you really only need like 21 votes to win if you think about it that way. Also, the Golden Globes really like Nicole Kidman. They really, 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 really like Nicole Kidman. And that probably has something to do with it too. It's the most Globes win of the evening. Let's put it that way. On to Best Actor, which I correctly predicted as Will Smith. Benedict Cumberbatch has been sweeping the Critics Awards for the most part. Andrew Garfield's picked up a few here and there. Will Smith has pretty much not won anything. Film geek award nerds like myself kind of all assumed Will Smith would start winning on the televised awards. I did quotes because the Golden Globes were not televised this year. I personally wouldn't have voted for him to win out of what I've seen. I would have picked Benedict Cumberbatch. His character and performance has a lot more layers to it. Will Smith's is pretty much just him portraying a real life person very well. And he's good in it. The movie's good. There's nothing bad about it. It's just your typical person plays real life person performance. And, there's nothing wrong with that. But I, more often than not, don't find that type of performance as awards worthy as portraying a more unique, subtle character like Benedict Cumberbatch does. But we'll see where this goes. This might be the only thing Will Smith gets. Either way, we'll have a cool winner at the end of the year. Best Director for Motion Picture was Jane Campion for Power of the Dog, like I presumed. I assumed it would split picture and screenplay with Belfast, like it did. Jane Campion's direction is insanely sharp, very focused on where it needs to be focused, and it tells the story in very subtle ways, in single, very well-placed shots and lines where it needs to be. And I thought it was just fantastic. It's one of the movies you watch and you're like, the direction in this is fantastic. Specifically, a lot of movies are just good in general. This is one where you can point at the direction and notice how good it is. And to my surprise, sort of, Best Picture also went to Power of the Dog, which I was happy with because I like Power of the Dog a lot, as you can tell. It's a very slow movie. It's a slow burn. The movie itself, if I can describe it this way, is like a simmering pot of water just bubbling closer and closer towards the surface. And then at the end, you see everything that's been happening over the course of the couple hours just pour over and burst. And it's just an extremely satisfying payoff, in my opinion, especially between all the great performances like Benedict Cumberbatch, Kirsten Dunst, and Cody Mcphee, especially. So yeah, I thought this was maybe going to go to Belfast, but apparently they only wanted to give Kenneth Branagh a screenplay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Even though, from what I've heard, it's not the strongest screenplay in the bunch. But yeah, that's the Globes. Once again, my name is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile. Thank you for watching. Follow me on Instagram at convicted_cinephile, and I'll see you next time.